All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. 40.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Running with Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the...
Let's go! Let's go!
Richard Sherman on the tackle. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Eagles.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Niners' 44-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Wentz now to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Waiting. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing wrong football.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz stepping up. He's going to keep it. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
There we go. Pac-Man. Waiting. Great. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
12. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Deuce. Check 3.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he connects with Ertz. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
We play to win. Let's go.
And an Eagle first down.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Here we go again.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
All right, T, let's slam. 56 to Mike.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. That certainly qualifies a big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Empty.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Done. Right there. Kill. Hey, tight down.
This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the...
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
You got tight right there.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
14 yards. And the 49er first down.
Here we go.
First down at the 46-yard line.
65. Check.
On first down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
What we got? 21.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jannard Avery, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Sunday.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And an Eagle first down.
Right there, 56. Hey, red 5-2, out here. We begin.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And he rifles one incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56 to Mark.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now Sanford timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to take off with it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
Check 26. Hey, alert! 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 Bravo! 12, fellas. Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 5.
Mike's by 4. I'll get him.
Ram.
Get him. Check.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Right there. Here we go. 180.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Whoa.
This time 7. Lion. Here, sit. Watch out.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
You can't block me. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Let's go. Great. Check. Hey, kill. Hey, 4 kill. Hey, Lou. Hey, Delta. 49. Check 49.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Empty.
On first down, Wentz being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Not today, you are. Not today. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Slip.
Hey, 57. Go.
Check nickel.
Wentz now to throw. Buying time to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Go! He's coming. We got double up.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
And allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's caught by Sanders. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Garoppolo now. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Howard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Here we go, here we go. Waiting. You better be afraid of me.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go with Howard again. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 48 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got one.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go.
Check 11.
Crunch.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So might as well have not even had the penalty.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, it's Garoppolo. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers get a score closer. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Get that ball. Tyson. Check. Lefty. Check that. Great 15. Hey, Charlie.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Bush. Hey, we're good. Hey, check 24.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
57.
Now Wentz on third down. And Jeffrey's got it. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the kick by Elliott is good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with pressure? Comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. To tackle them almost on the spot, that means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the Eagle offense coming on here as they'll try for 2 points. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.